Down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They fake the handoff. Now Murray sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, 25 yards. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from drawing level. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 97 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run it again with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Cousins flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. The 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So he gets caught trying to extend the play, and he ends up watching them score on an interception instead.
And what's the old proverb, Brandon? Discretion is the better part of valor. Certainly applies here. You have to admire what he tried to do, extending the play and trying to make something happen. But he definitely needed discretion. Throw it away, run it, do anything other than throw that pick 6.
And that is caught for the 2 points. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
First down, here's Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Second down at 6 now from the 42. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the false start will back them up 5. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee here. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And Murray's going to keep this. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz. As time expires in the first half. And the Cards will extend their lead on a final play of the half. Well, Charles, after the first quarter was just complete disaster for them, everything has flipped. I mean, it's 180 degrees in the other direction now here in quarter two.
Championship effort right there. How about them marching almost the length of the field, coming through on their final opportunity to get the win.
Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. Third quarter, here we go. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw, it's Murray. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Flush to it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
37 yards on the punt with no return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And some room to work. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Cousins gives way to Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. To throw, Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Throwing is Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Back to the ground, Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Cousins. Dancing to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Play fake. Cousins. Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Throwing. Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins eluding the pressure right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Off the play fake, Cousins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down, field goal try coming. So Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Joseph's got it. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to McBride. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun now from Murray. Goes right back to McBride. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Murray now on 1st down. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, 62 yards. And the Cardinals use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now out comes Minnesota. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
An option handoff given to Connor. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Steps away to his left. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Conner going to try and run it. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the 40 now on second down, Cousins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll run for it. Cook. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Back to throw it. Murray. He's going to air it out deep for Green, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Green, 66 yards. And the Cardinals have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick. Returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
They go play action. Cousins. He finds his man, complete. That's Osborne. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get it inside the 35. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a